Yes, so that's it. 3 weeks in Coral Bay. What more could you ask for a nice little stopover? All those things you do in Coral Bay, but today we've got to head off, so it's goodbye to beautiful Coral Bay. And we're going to head 260 kilometres, I suppose, north, off to the Ningaloo. So packing up our gear, last fish, goodbye Coral Bay, and a leisurely drive up the coast. But the first stop is Exmouth, because you've got to get your supplies. You've got to really stock up, because where we're staying, it's 15 days, there's no power, no water, no food, there's no shops, there's nothing. So it's a big stock up before we head off. Yes, we've arrived and we've set up our camp, and I reckon I can spend the next 15 days here. I've got both generators getting half power from the sun. I've got a beautiful view over the bay, Osprey Bay. There's little walkways down to the snorkeling area. And I put the drone up and got like an overview of the place. Now the snorkeling area is that darker patch right in front of the camping area. And it doesn't look much from the air, but let's hope it looks beautiful from under the water.
Right, even now, so start that. Do it there.
Okay, Phil, you're up then.
No, because I threw first.
Lorraine,
if we're
this will be
starting
Lorraine's
again-
food.
But
We're going through the
no,
food
not
shop.
David.
Oh, the
because
women are
he's-
going to go first.
Right,
I haven't had. Yeah, David's had
So is
go.
you
Everyone's
sure
had
number
two.
3?
everyone's had two.
So I'll go after
So
Lorraine.
3.
Why don't we start here?
No.
Three, 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 three.
chairs.
No, what should happen is you should start here.
Oh, we'll start there.
Yeah, but then as long as because then Debbie gets another turn before us if we go round in a circle.
Throw
She won't win.
Lorraine, throw the baton.
She won't win because she's.
I'm not going to believe it myself,
I
Phil.
said the baton, not the dummy.
Put them facing forward, for God's sake, people.
Everybody thinks you're very mild.
Oh, you ought to see her, mate.
I can't go last because they'll be too spread out.
I'm going for a snorkel.
Shark house.
I'm going fishing.
Don't do it, shark bait.
Fishing then, we're going fishing.
I'm going fishing. Look at that
I
guy.
think we better ask the chap over
Oh, he's got a big one too.
Actually, I'm going to go and check him out because...
What's that coming around the corner?
Yeah.
Oh, it's a kayaker.
Now that paddle boarder, he had a bloody fishing.
So Phil's got to get 10 or less.
Yes, the game was like herding cats, I suppose. Hey, quite enjoyable though. I think we'll just leave that game. I think somebody actually won it in the end. Don't know who. But we'll go back to this beautiful view. Wake up to this every morning. How good's that? And this year, these birds were so clean. Normally they've got a nice shade of dirt all over them. But we put a bit of water out and they take turns, have a bath, have a drink, use the water wisely. That was great. They came around and had a drink. And I'm not sure what these guys are doing. If anyone knows, please tell. Digging a hole, shifting a few rocks out of the place for, I don't know whether they're eating the nuts or the roots or whatever. Yes, a few things to do whilst your stay in Osprey Bay. Just up the road there's a little fishing and snorkeling spot called Currajong. So North Currajong is quite a small snorkeling area, very beautiful. These do it justice, I think. South Currajong, you can actually go for a fish. So this one's got everything.
waited. Canoe people. Where are we up to, Bruce? What's it called?
I don't know.
Pilgrimana Gorge.
Pilgrimana Gorge. Dave?
Pilgrimana.
Mana.
Pilgrimana.
Yes, Pilgrimana Gorge. It's only a few kilometres up the road from Osprey Bay. It's 1 kilometre drive in and a 1 kilometre walk. Nice little gorge. We're here to see the black-footed rock wallabies. We found a few. They're supposed to be becoming extinct, but they seem to be everywhere, the little buggers. But the thing I liked about Pilgrimana Gorge, and all the gorges indeed, are the beautiful colours, especially if you get there on sunset. It radiates out of these 15 million year old limestone rocks and just gives colour galore, especially if the sky is blue. Yes, the next day, Osprey Bay. Now the main thing to do in Osprey Bay, of course, is to go snorkeling. It's right outside, right at your front door. So how good is that? You just walk in, dive under and look what you see. These aren't too far offshore. All different species. I try to catalogue them all. I'll put a name on. I hope I get some right anyway. But it really is Turtle Central, Osprey Bay. Lots of them live here. We follow them, and honestly they are not concerned how close you get. Indeed, they swim right up to you sometimes just to say hello. And even scary, some of them, but such a beautiful face. There is one thing that always surprises me, and that is just how noisy it is underwater. lots of things clicking and clacking and gnawing and bouncing and chewing. And how good is this? Only 15 kilometres north of Osprey Bay is the Oyster Stacks, one of our favourite snorkeling spots. This is a place you've got to get to at high tide, unfortunately, because the coral is quite shallow, or too shallow in low tide. But pretty amazing place. Can't eat the oysters though. Yes, how good are those days in the water snorkeling at Oyster Stacks? So we come home, beautiful sunset, everyone's a little bit different, and the next morning the sun rises, and I'm thinking, man, this is living. But you know, not every day in paradise is like this.
Down that way it looks pretty black. It's going to come in. You can tell it's coming in.
Look at Phil's. Oh, I got to get Phil too. Oh, look at Phil. That's like, I don't know, 5 minutes. 5 minutes of bucket. Jeez.
Wow, that was so exciting. Hey, but what about the next day? Look at this. Beautiful again, and we're off at Turquoise Bay now. This is another highlight. It's probably, 17, 18 kilometres north of Osprey Bay. Quite a famous one, this, because it's a beautiful drift to the north, as opposed to Osprey Bay, which drifts to the south. But you know, the snorkeling's fantastic. one by one our friends head off. Some go north, some go south. We've had another 5 days, so we're by ourselves. How good is that? We say goodbye to our mates. Thank you very much. Another awesome holiday up north. And then we say goodbye to each other. Last fishing trip, we pack up our van and bugger off home. Yes, it's goodbye to the Ningaloo and goodbye Osprey Bay. Hey, but before we leave, there is one place we've always wanted to snorkel, never got the chance. So driving out towards Exmouth, let's pull into Lakeside and let's check it out. We've heard a bit about it. We've never snorkeled there, as I say, but we thought, well, we've got to give it a go. They say it's about a 500-metre walk along a lovely beach. Okay, it's not so lovely, a few rocks, but hey, what the hell, it better be worth it. Well, believe me, it certainly was. Real eye-opener. The water was especially clear this particular day. The wind was down, the sea was flat. Look how calm it is. Hey, look how calm it is.
Unbelievable. I think every snorkel I've got in, I'm just
Yes, definitely a highlight, that lakeside. Well, on our way home we had a few nights in Exmouth. I tried to go fishing on the old army jetty, but Jesus, it was a bit crowded. Had a beautiful meal at a beautiful restaurant in Exmouth. And then slowly headed off home. I checked out all the aerials though. They're quite fascinating, really. Yeah, here we go. A base jumper's paradise. 380 metres. Okay, he might have a bit of trouble getting up there, I suppose. There is a little bit of security there. However, quite an engineering feat all those years ago. I think it's still used. They still do surveillance and, check on the Chinese and all the boat people, things like that. They sort of upset a few Qantas planes. Yeah, so heading further home now. Hey, how are these termite mounds? How good are they coming home? Mate, there's so many ants live up there. How green is it too? So yeah, that's right. We spent a nice night at Horrocks Beach, and then we went down to Dongra. I caught some beautiful whiting there just on dusk. Just a hint for those who want to go fishing. Just on dusk, beautiful whiting. A little tailor even jumped on a whiting ring. How good is that? And then our last time at Dongra, hey, not a bad setup, beautiful day, and the rain chased us all the way home.